Alright, hello and welcome back. This is part 3 of What If Female Deku Was the daughter of scp-001 part 3. Now, I want to discuss something before we continue. Now, for some of you who are younger viewers of my channel, might be wondering why you couldn't see part 2. Funny thing, I'm apparently the video got flagged by someone. I don't know who, but it got flagged, and it was temporarily put under an 18 plus age restriction. So I typed out an appeal to YouTube, basically explaining what happened and how I had gone through it, and I couldn't find anything of violent imagery whatsoever. And it took a couple of hours, but YouTube had read my appeal, and they had come to the decision to no longer have the video age restricted. So, if you guys want to see part 2 to get an idea of where we are at in the story, you can. And those of you who have seen part 2, I welcome you, and let us continue the story. Let's continue the story. Now, where we last left off, Izumi and Shoto had finished the entrance exams. And, hold on. Thank you to Hello Human for getting me Rei's maiden name, Himura. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So thank you to Hello Humans for getting that. So Izumi's last name will be Himura, and so will Shoto's. And one of you asked if, since Shoto wasn't in the recommendations, would Inasa be in UA? Yes, because I think the main reason he didn't join UA was just because he hated Shoto because he was related to Endeavor. So, anyway, continuing forward, we open up with Izumi and Shoto beginning their first day of UA, with Izumi basically having her wings furled up. Also, I did see a comment, I think it was on the first part or the second part, about if SCP, if that was the reality, where SCP-001 was taken out by a reality anchor. No, this is a separate timeline from that, where that reality anchor thing incident never happened. So the Gay Guardian is still alive and kicking. Anyway, continuing forward, we begin. Izumi and Shoto are headed to UA. They would make it there. And once they arrive, they would enter class, as they would both see Bakugo and Ida arguing, with Bakugo saying, "Did your old school put a stick up your ass, or were you born with it?" As Ida would turn around, and he would say, hello, I'm Tenny Ida from insert his middle school here. As Izumi, as he'd say to Izumi that he didn't know that was how did she know that was another point system, and that she is a better hero than he is. As Izumi would say, no, she didn't know that there was another point system, and she was just doing the job that a hero should do. Anyway, continuing forward. As Aizawa then enters the class, telling them all to shut up, and that his name is Shota Aizawa, and that he is their instructor, their homeroom teacher. Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot to mention this. Since Rei left before Shoto got his scar, Shoto does not have his scar in this timeline, and he can show other emotions aside from the stone cold face. As Aizawa would then tell them that they are going to be doing a quirk assessment test, and that they are to meet him at the field. As you pull up the gym uniforms, as Izumi would grab one and head to there. As when Izumi gets to the changing room, she notices a little hole. And she pretends not to notice it, as well. And when they're getting changed, Mineta decides to peek through the hole, as Izumi then uses her command thing, where she says stop, as Mineta would just stop what he's doing, as she would say through the hole, continue what you're doing and forget. As Mineta would continue to get changed into the gym uniform and head out and completely forget about that incident. You'd also completely forget about the hole as well. As all the girls are surprised that Izumi can do this. As the girls do notice the wings that Izumi has, and they're wondering what type of quirk she has, as her halo is also quite visible. As once they get outside, Aizawa tosses the ball towards Izumi, as Aizawa would say that Izumi got first place in the entrance exam, and she is to throw the ball. Oh, sorry about that. As Izumi would say, okay. As she would basically take the ball, and attach it to the end of her lance. Now, hold on, give me a minute while I get its name. The lance of Longinus. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, do let me know in the comments. As she would attach it to the end of it, as she would then just throw it. As the lance would exit the atmosphere and end up splitting a meteor that was coming for Earth in half, and then obliterating it. So, like, if you want a visualization of what that looks like, imagine it just splitting the meteor in half, as a white orb of light just engulfs the entire thing, and then it just blips out of existence. That is how Izumi's erasure thing works. It basically slashes something, or hits something, then a white orb engulfs it, as it then disappears. Whereas with her father, he just doesn't do anything, and then just, it's gone. As everybody is surprised by this, as Bakugo is very angry that there's someone stronger than him, as he then charges at Izumi, and ends up setting off an explosion, sorry, my brain is not wanting to function today, an explosion in her face, as she then just shrugs it off, and there's no visible damage on her whatsoever, because like I said in the last part, she had inherited her father's invulnerability, so she cannot be harmed by Bakugo. As Izumi would say, nice try, but you should probably work on your attacks a lot better, as she would then walk off. As during this, we then get back to the SCP Foundation with, hold on, sorry about that, as the Foundation would have noticed SCP-179 point towards something, and it was an asteroid that they had detected, that they saw, and then immediately, as soon as she detected it, she then lowered her arm and then just went back into her natural position. As the SCP Foundation are wondering what could have caused that meteor to just disappear. And they then track the signature of something, as it would pick up that it was in Japan. As the Gate Guardian, aka Michael, would have detected this as he would think to himself. He would think to himself, my daughter truly has gone strong. I know she will replace me one day. I know of it. And if she doesn't, then I wouldn't really care. I will stand my ground until the end of time, whether she would like to replace me or not. I will still stand my ground. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to do something for my father real quick. Anyway, we then cut back to Japan, where Izumi is finishing off the physical tests, as we then get to the scores, with Izumi placing in first, and then everybody's placements were as they were in canon. As Inasa would have gone just behind Shoto. As I'm just going to say this here, Inasa replaced Toru in this one. So I'm sorry for you Toru fans, he replaced Toru in Class 1A. As the person in last place would be Mineta. As Mineta would then be expelled. As Izumi would say to Aizawa, wait a minute, even though he is a pervert, he still has a large amount of he still has potential to become a hero. So if you can give me enough time to change him for the better, then he can be a hero. If I can't do it, then you can expel him and me. As Aizawa would think about this for a minute, as he would say, fine, do whatever you want. As Minato would immediately hug Izumi on her leg, because, Minato's quite short, as he would begin to cry, as he would say, thank you so much. As she would say, it's no problem, just try not to be a pervert. Again, as you would just give a little salute and you say, yes ma'am. As everybody would be surprised that she is willing to do this. As Shoto would walk up to her, he would say, you sure this is the right thing to do? As Izumi would say, well, I mean, yeah, everybody who makes into UA deserves a chance to be a hero. If I can see a lot of potential in him, just give me time, Shoto. As Shoto would sigh and then say, fine, but he's your but you're going to have to deal with him if he becomes a perv again. As Izumi would say, that's fair enough. As we get back to the Foundation, as there is a discussion between the O5 Council. As I'll say Dr. Diaz. Hold on, give me a minute. Actually, scratch that. Not Dr. Diaz, Dr. not Dr. Diaz, Dr. Clef bursts into the meeting room, as he would say that he has found the location of scp-001-3. As they would say, well, where is it? As he would say, she's in Japan. And that is where I'm going to end this part off. I do hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. With possibly the second part of What If Female Deku Was Upper Moon Zero? Ta-ta.